My dad has made a separate video on this topic, how to start reading in Hindi from his perspective. So if you are more familiar with Hindi, then you can listen to that video. This video includes my views on reading. We live in the age of social media where messages are short, we get quick responses, and normally without a screenshot we don't remember who wrote what after 3 days. If we don't want to talk to someone, we block them. We are a generation that doesn't have patience. Reading, in contrast, is a long, drawn out process like the old times. In a book, there is no interactivity with anyone else. No one is giving us likes to read them. And on top of that, the author is bent on putting us through his artistic gymnastics by using complex forms of presenting their concepts and using sophisticated language. And yet, if you like a book, you may reread it and remember the story after many months and years. There is a different fun in reading a book, but for new readers, reading can appear to be an uphill task. If such feelings come to you, then consider reading as a battle between your soul and body. Just like Arjun got discouraged looking at the battlefield of Kurukshetra, similarly our mind or brain also gets discouraged after seeing a thick book. And after reading a few pages, we start feeling anxious or tired. We just want to leave the book and get up. So the first thing we have to do is that we have to be firm in the battlefield of reading. That is, whenever we have the urge to close the book and run away, to open the fridge or television or check email, just keep sitting and do not get up. Breathe for 2-3 minutes and again start to read. It is important to mention here that one should always read while sitting and not lying on the couch or bed. The best solution is to have a separate chair for reading. Our brain is greatly influenced by our physical posture and physical setting. Sitting straight keeps the mind alert. If we read while lying down, the mind gets confused and thinks that we want to sleep, and alertness disappears. Reading should always be done sitting in a quiet place. Many play songs while reading. That's a definite no. If you need to listen while reading, then listen to instrumental music. An important thing before picking up a book is to ask the question why you want to read a book. That why should determine your choice of the book to read. It can be because you like stories of a particular genre, like science fiction or fantasy, or suspense or detective stories. So before picking up the book, go through the back cover where the blurb is written, which gives you a rough idea of the theme or the character or even the direction of the plot. If you find this summary to be interesting, the book becomes easy to read. In Kindle, you can also download the early sample pages to see if that hooks you to read further. At times, some books, particularly in fiction or even spiritual books, can be very abstract, or the author has written in difficult language. Then it is not easy to read such a book. And if we have to read that difficult book, then we will have to remain steadfast in the battlefield of reading. I like to read fiction and very few non-fiction books. Non-fiction books, I find, are like essays and lack the imagination and creativity of fiction. Then there is the role of language in reading. In my view, language should not become a hindrance in reading and understanding. In India, one often grows up speaking at least 3 to 4 languages. Don't get trapped in the maze of language. Language is only a medium. You should read in whatever language you feel comfortable reading. Now, again we come to the social media example. There, the interaction takes place with another person. But while reading, we as readers interact with ourselves. Reading is an introverted activity, an introversion process. While reading the information contained in the book, we need to keep processing it in our head in an appreciative and sometimes in a critical manner. That is an introverted interaction with ourselves. Without asking questions in our head and thinking of possibilities, reading a book is meaningless. Many times people are worried about the format of books. Read a hard copy book or an e-book or listen to an audiobook. Though I have read all these books, my preference is e-books as I find it more comfortable holding a mobile phone that has the e-book app compared to holding a bulky book. I don't listen to audiobooks. Also, one should not worry about reading speed. Everyone's reading speed is different. The important thing is that we should read, and gradually, as we develop the habit of reading, the reading speed increases. There have been years when I have read more than 100 fiction books, and that apart from the studies for school. So reading is not difficult if you get interested in it. However, if one reads even one book per week, then in a span of 50 years, we will be able to read only 2,400 books. Compare this to the number of books published. As per ISBN data, by 2023, there were more than 150 million unique books, out of which 15 million were fiction. So in a way, we can get only a few drops in this vast ocean of knowledge. So whatever you read, read a good book, whether it is fiction or non-fiction. Thank you for watching this presentation.